The following video includes full, uncut footage released by the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department related to the October 24, 2022, school shooting at CVPA High School. It has been compiled into one continuous video to help the public better understand the timeline, warning signs, and response to this tragic event. All footage included has been previously released to the public and may include edits or redactions made by law enforcement. Viewer discretion is strongly advised, as this video contains graphic material. We share this in remembrance of the victims and in the interest of transparency, accountability, and public safety. This footage is from October 15th, just 9 days before the CVPA shooting. The suspect's family called police after he purchased an AR-15 rifle. Despite their pleas, officers did not confiscate the weapon, citing legal limitations. This moment is now seen as a key missed opportunity for intervention.
Where's like the back?
So 111.
111.
Yeah, just keep an eye right there.
Raise 29. If they're at station doing a report, have one of them go in 41.
129. 111 wants you to go in service 41.
Remember his first name?
Orlando.
Orlando?
That's where.
Should be like Orlando Paris, I believe.
Alright.
Just put us in service 42.
Police!
That's 29, stand by for just 1 second. $129. Figure sign for a code 2 domestic disturbance of 5404 Louisiana, 5404 Louisiana, cross street of Eichelberger. It's relative to the caller's ex, Marquise, black male, 6'2".
Clear and row.
224 and 223. For the assignment 223 gives to the center code 2 disturbance at 3664 Arsenal, 3664 Arsenal, cross street of South Spring. College Chris, relative to an older white male and an older white female, brown hair, carrying a brown paper bag. Studies are intoxicated. They're trying to fight people at 1933.
Please.
Alright, I'm gonna try her Ring doorbell and see if she'll pick that up and talk to me. Never mind. Like everybody in the city, let's have a Ring doorbell that doesn't work. I don't think he's here.
I don't either.
Or he just doesn't want to talk to anybody. He probably went for a walk. Do you remember his name?
Relative to my
Here,
Mrs.
catch the key.
Missing, can you take me out at
Go run him.
3331 Gravel investigation?
See if anything comes up with him. Police!
Do you want me to make up an investigation ticket or just change your location?
You can just change the location.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's getting ready to leave. You just have to roll the window down. That's it. You are Orlando? Can I talk to you for just a minute? You don't have to get out.
You're not in trouble or nothing.
Yeah. You don't have any weapons on you, do you? All right. You want to get out? Yeah, that's fine. Make sure your window's up.
We don't want
Oh, yeah, okay.
Clear.
I don't know. I just didn't. You saw us knocking, man. You didn't want to come out and say nothing? You're good, dude.
man, we're not worried about
Listen. You're 19, right? What's going on with Mom? You want to sit down on the porch over here? Do you want to lean up a car? Like, we're just talking to you, chill. I'm trying to talk to you before your mom gets here. I want to know what's going on. But I want to talk to you first. So what's going on today, man? You're not in trouble.
You're not going to jail.
I'm curious, why is your mom calling us? Why is your mom freaking out? Because to my knowledge, you've never been in trouble before, right? Like, you've never gone to jail, nothing like that?
No, I've been
Exactly.
Here before, and last time I was here, you were super chill with me, so that's why I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I want to hear it from your side, you know what I mean? She's freaking out.
Yeah, and I want to talk to you before she gets here, because she's going to be all hooting and hollering probably, and I want to talk to you
Like, while you're calm.
while you're calm, and it's just us to be able to sit down and talk. So,
Like I said, man, you're not in trouble. We're here to help you. We're not here to mess with you or nothing like that, all right? So is your mom freaking out over something you did or said or what?
I purchased and they don't
Oh,
Okay.
When'd you buy it? This is past week?
what kind?
Wednesday?
Did you get a custom one, or did you buy one that's already made?
So you just
Already
went to the
made
store and
out?
Bought one? Okay.
All right.
I bought it from a private seller and
228.
she doesn't like
Guns.
She's not a big firearm kind of person. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to have that. You're 19, right? Yeah, you're good.
You respond for a code 3
Yeah,
destruction
you're good.
of property.
There's nothing illegal about that.
6413
The only problem it sounds like we got here is Mom's freaking out because she doesn't like guns, right?
GMC Yukon, black
Was there any like argument between you guys about it or something? No?
So you just got off work today and came home and
Clear.
that's when you found out?
I realized somebody was inside my room and I looked in.
And she
I put it in a box.
she
so
took
couldn't
your
find
stuff.
it. Yeah.
And she found it in the box, I guess.
Okay.
She originally wanted us to confiscate it, but I'll let you know now. You're a legal American. I mean, we
And
can't
you're older than 18, so I
you're
mean
over
we
age
can't
18,
take it from
can't
you.
take it from you.
Now, if she doesn't want it in the house, she might throw it away, but I mean we can't take it from you. Like there's nothing we can do as police officers with that.
Yeah,
if
like
you want to own a firearm, you're an American, you're over 18, you're allowed to have a firearm if you want a firearm. But so what is there anything else that's going on like between you and your mom that she'd be freaking out like this? Because she called us like 900 times. She's getting mad because we got other calls and it's just us working right now. Like, okay.
No.
So I just
How you
think
doing?
She would find it.
Oh, okay. So
How are you doing besides all that? Agitated that she found it?
106.
I'd be pretty.
106.
I get it.
Can you send
So
me the
here's
disturbance on
another
I-3?
question I have
Call
for
back
you.
and ask comments.
Has this been like an ongoing thing where like
Clear.
you'll like want something or try to get something and then mom's all of a sudden she's freaking out, police are coming over, whatever it may be?
No, this is the first time.
Okay. And
Not to,
and
like this level.
and this is going to be a little bit of a personal question, but I'm just asking, you don't take any sort of medications or anything like that, do you?
For anything.
For just
Disorder or
anything, health problem. If you have like a
cholesterol, high blood
health,
pressure.
thyroid. All right.
Okay.
All right. So do me a favor. We're gonna talk to her. Just try to be relaxed as you possibly can.
Yeah,
Be
you
okay.
mind just sitting here chilling while we talk to her real quick?
All
Okay.
right.
I
Sounds
appreciate
good.
it, man. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Hello. Sorry, there's. What you're looking at, officer-wise, is what we got. There's like maybe one other officer, but they're dealing with other stuff. So I apologize for the whole wait. Yeah.
Like a couple blocks from here. So I'm so sorry to hear that. No, it's okay.
So what's going on besides what we were able to read on the call notes that you were able to give us?
Well, I got a call, a text from his brother saying that a package just came, and he looked the packages up online and saw they were from a gun manufacturer.
Okay.
So he texted me, and he called. That's his sister.
Okay.
Called me.
Are you a sister as well? Okay. So there's 4 of you, like sibling-wise.
Yeah, siblings. Yeah.
Okay.
In the house, there's another sister who lives in D.C.
Okay.
So, they had, this way she didn't have her house key. We intercepted the package.
Okay.
And me and him had went to the store earlier. And he came home, like I said, we came home, we was putting the groceries in there. And then all of a sudden, it was some paper towels and toilet paper stacked up. He kicked them. And he was like, see, that's why I didn't want to go to the store. My package came, UPS and my package came. And I tried to play it off because I already knew what it was. Well, I did not know what it, but I knew packages came from these places. So, and I'm like, well, Orlando, look around. People steal packages over here. Try to play it off, And in the process, I was still calling the non-emergency number.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tiny, you gone in the house. So, his brother had texted and said he put the package downstairs in my daughter's room. She stays in the basement. We're all the rest of us are upstairs.
She's in the basement right here?
Yeah, this one right here. My oldest daughter. She's in the basement, so we put it down in her room. So when I came home, of course, I never went down to touch it or anything, but when she came home from work, she was like, I need to see what it is. And that's when she opened it. And like I said, I don't know nothing about guns. I don't know nothing about magazines, vests. I don't know nothing.
Right.
She's like, I'm finna go search his room. And that's when we found the rifle.
Okay.
So, and I've been on the phone with BJC, psych, mental health.
What is he, because I've been here before. What does he suffer from again?
Depression. He tried to commit suicide 3 times.
When did this happen, though, the suicide?
The suicide, the first one was last year around August. And I don't know if he left a note at his job, but somebody from the job had called.
Called to warn you?
Yeah, but I was at work and they came out to the house.
Oh, okay.
And then the second time, it was, I want to say, you said it was like November? And I can't remember what he did to attempt to do that. But the last time, which was between April and June of this year, he drunk some antifreeze.
So the one time was antifreeze. What were the other 2 times?
The
first time he had a knife in his room.
And like I said, somebody from his job had called.
So he was like threatening to use the knife, basically.
Yeah, kill himself. He was gonna kill himself that night.
And the second time, I can't remember what.
Do you remember?
No, I think he just said he needed to go to the house.
That time? Okay.
Yeah, he just needed go to the
so
house.
So knife, verbiage, and then antifreeze.
Yes.
Okay. Has he ever, so in terms of hurting himself, has he ever said anything about hurting other people?
No.
So he would never, would you believe he would ever lay a finger on any of you?
I don't think so, but what I've seen today.
But like
today
outside of just being like,
we don't know.
What happened today that,
set him
besides
off?
the kick in
the fact that his package was missing?
The packages, he thought that they didn't come. Well, like I said, he got the email, I guess, from UPS saying they came.
Yeah, it'll email you saying when it's delivered.
Right, we intercept it.
The thing is maybe because it's 20, the box is 20 magazines. That's a lot for 20 magazines. I work with juvenile. I work for the state of Missouri myself. I work with juvenile. Like this is.
Right.
I deal with criminals every day. That's why I was there earlier. I left from work at 4:00 and came immediately home. I work with juveniles.
Is everybody in the house over the age of 18?
No, he has a younger brother that's 16.
Is that the one that brought the package in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And how old is he?
16.
16? Okay.
Is he on medication?
He was taking medication, but I don't know if he stopped taking the medication.
What's the medication for? The depression?
The depression and
So
whatever else he's going through.
antidepressants?
Like I said, I only know so much because of his age. They're not going to give me all the information.
Oh, because he's above the age 18?
Right.
Okay.
I can't get a lot of information.
Especially if it doesn't mark you down as to be allowed to be told.
Yeah,
I'm 31 and I still mark my mother down as if something happens to me, you tell her everything that's going on. Just in case. Is there documentation that says that he's not legally allowed to have a firearm? Because I mean that's
the big problem.
That's the big problem that we have is that if there's not something that a judge is like, he's mentally unstable and he can't have firearms, or he's been to big boy jail and is a felon.
If he's a convicted felon, or if
he's 18, so
as far as I remember,
18 and up.
Here, he doesn't really have a record.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have a record.
Exactly.
But
So
he
18,
can't have a gun in my house.
which is fine, but that's where our problem comes into play.
He can
If he's not a felon, and there's nothing that a judge says he's not mentally safe, capable to have firearms or things like that, we personally can't take it.
This is crazy.
And I understand your guys' concern and frustration. I understand why you don't want it in the house. Trust me, I get it. There's nothing. Those are the two things that allow us to take it. It's no different than I think that car's stolen. Can you tow it? I can't tow it unless it actually comes back stolen. Same with him. Unless he has a court order saying that he's mentally unfit to carry a firearm, or if he's a convicted felon, it's the only ways we can take it from him. Or if he used it in crime.
From talking to him?
So if he robbed somebody or stole from a store using a firearm, then we can take it. Or if he shot at somebody, we can take it.
He's not feeling suicidal or homicidal or anything like that.
And all he told us is that he's pissed off because he's I bought this gun and they took my package.
Done things to themselves with firearms. So I own firearms
he says
myself.
the only thing he takes medication
I
for
get
is
your concern. I do.
Sorry, which car?
He said
our hands are tied to a certain
he has someone that he talks to every once in a while that's
83,
there Monday through Friday.
If
we
you
try
as
to
a
offer
homeowner
him,
do not want firearms in your house,
have a number that helps you
Claire?
24/7 if
different.
you're having
However,
something on the weekend.
then
It's
that's
no.
it lies on
So
you,
she's
not
gonna talk
not
to
us. You know what I'm
him,
saying?
ask
So
him a few
we
questions
can't
and see what he
back
wants
you
to do.
up in removing the firearms. You can remove the firearms, but technically, with him being a legal adult.
Me as a homeowner and him as his mother, he knows he's not allowed to have a gun in the house.
Yeah, and that's what we kind of explained to him already before you guys pulled up, was that technically this is mom's home. If mom doesn't want firearms in her house because she doesn't believe in them or doesn't want them in her house, then you need to abide by your mom's rule, or you can move out, or she can take it and pawn it. Yeah, or she can take it and pawn it, or you need to put it at a friend's house that you know is not going to sell it or do something stupid with it, or you need to move out.
My thing is, why so many magazines? That's just absurd to me.
So that might depend on the seller, because I know that when I purchased mine a couple of years back, the seller sent me a bunch of them, and I'm like, I don't need all these.
And there's also they'll do deals where if you buy a firearm, it comes with two, but you can buy more for half the price or something.
Yeah.
There's 20 in that box. That's absurd.
So I know, and that's what I mean.
I bought a hunting rifle from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, the way they package and sell rifles is different than Missouri. So it's depending on where he got from that aspect too. He's also a private seller. That private seller could also have their own way they do things. So for all we know, there's some people that do something as simple as here's a sticker of our logo that comes with every gun, or here's a patch, or here's an extra magazine for your troubles, or here's
I think he bought these
subscription to our magazine.
because he had a vest. I understand what you're saying, but
106.
he bought this purposely. He had a
Give me
vest.
4214 South Broadway. I made the call back.
And I agree with what you're saying, but the problem is that I need more than what we have been told so far to say that yes, you've purposely bought this gun because you're going to do something.
Technically, at his age, I had all those things too.
I did too.
Now, was I diagnosed with depression or anything? No. Did I ever plan on using those things? Absolutely not. And I can't speak for him. He's his own person. I understand how it looks bad. I do. I get. Trust me. We as officers, we get why that buying 20 magazines, buying a vest, buying a rifle at 19 years old. Does he go to college or anything?
He was supposed to go to college, and
Is he thinking about military at all? Because I bought mine because I was going to go in the military.
I bought mine.
But I was also living on my own at that point in time. So
at this point, all he wants to do is sleep and go to his little part-time job. And I told him that's not going to carry over.
Eat, sleep, and work. That's all you want to do.
And yes, and I told him, it's, by January 2023, you have to do something because
he's like kind of the food to them. He's a food service.
have you thought about just going downtown and having him kicked out?
and having what?
Just have him evicted from your home. That might force him to get on his feet. Now, I'm not saying that that's an option. I'm saying
he
it's
don't have
a
nowhere
thought
to go.
process.
He doesn't have nowhere to go. But
He's got a job though right now, right?
But the job doesn't work. What he gets paid is not. He can't do anything.
Gotcha.
He can't do anything. I say either you go to college during the day and then go to your little job, or you go off to school, or you have to do something or get a full-time job. He's not able to take care of himself.
Gotcha.
Is it just depression and whatnot, or is there any developmental, Asperger's or learning disability or dyslexia, anything that could hinder his ability to learn? Nothing. Just the emotional sides, like depression, bipolar, that stuff like that.
Yes, I guess you could
So-
say suicidal.
They usually like that.
What we would probably need to happen then, for us, if this were to happen down the road, for us to be like, yeah, no, we'll take the gun, is you would need to have a power of attorney over him, which means that he unfortunately has to live with you for the rest of the time that you have power of attorney, which is basically the rest of both of your lives. And he would have to have judge signed court documentation saying that he is mentally unstable to own any sort of firearms or have any sort of weaponry around him. And then option C would be, and this is a not good option, but if he was like some huge criminal that became a felon, got in a bunch of trouble, and now he can't have guns. And that's the route that we're gonna try to avoid. But unless, because I mean, what gun seller did he get from? Was it a private seller or did it come from a specific company?
The gun, I don't know where the gun came from. It was in the TV box. But the magazines or whatever they're called and they came today, so they're still in the original package that they came in. And I checked his bank statement, and it showed Wednesday he spent $300, and this all was just bought this past week. He just bought all this stuff.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about the gun. I just know about the other stuff.
So so you said your other son looked up these places that he bought them from?
Yeah.
What did he say about them? Did he say
He was just saying they were.
That's gonna pop a tire. I'm gonna leave that over there.
But the AR-15, that's just absurd to me.
So the problem is with shotguns, AR-15s, any sort of hunting rifle, things like that, they're considered long guns. So in the state of Missouri, you can own that at 18. It's pistols that you can't have.
This is one of the places.
Opticsplanet.com.
And then this was another. This is like the screenshot I showed.
Essential Tactical. I know what that place is.
And it was something called LA Police Gear or something.
That's a police website.
So
But you don't have
What
to. You don't have to
is
be a police officer to buy stuff off of it.
No way,
Outdoor
Dakota.
limited. Yeah, that's another gun store. Okay.
Clear?
So here's the partial problems. All of those places do background checks. So if they did a background check on him and nothing came back negative, unfortunately, he's allowed to keep the gun. Now, again, your house, your rules. You don't want the gun, he doesn't get the gun. But we can't take it. So we're going to let them continue talking for a little bit, see if hopefully they can sway him into taking some extra resources. I would try to figure out what steps you need to take to get him to where he's not allowed to have firearms at all. That way, because when a place will run a background on him, they're going to be like, no.
You can't get.
Hey, Potts. She just showed me the bank statements. Those are all legitimate. They run backgrounds on you, so.
Yeah, no, that's what he said earlier.
If they run background on you, there's not a whole lot.
Yeah,
so.
no, and that's
I moved this rock over here out of the way, by the way, because it was like right here, and I don't want.
I just don't want the parcels to pop up on.
Oh yeah, no, I gotcha. I don't, but I also don't want you to like swing in here to go park and then boom, pop tire. That happened to me the other day at my house. I pulled in my garage and there was a rock and it blew my tire out. I was like, oh god.
They don't. The most they do is they run. No different than if I took this man date birth down and ran real quick. That's all.
So how do I go to get this affidavit? Because I can't even think of nobody.
So the problem, with him being 18, you can't force him to go to the hospital anymore. That's on him. He's got to make that decision to go to the hospital. So what you would have to do is go downtown and try to talk to an attorney or a judge and say, my son has depression, bipolar, he takes these medications. You have to get a doctor to sign something saying that yes, he has these and probably shouldn't be owning any guns or be around any weapons. And then take all that in front of a judge and say, I need power of attorney over him to make sure that he doesn't purchase these things and because of these reasons. And they'll issue you either power of attorney or they'll say, well, because again, when you have power of attorney, that means he's stuck with you until you decide that he's mentally capable of being on his own. Or it's way down the road and
so
you've passed away.
If I did all this, if he said he wanted to move out, he couldn't move out.
No, he wouldn't be able to because you, with power of attorney, make every single decision. So if you said, you know what, you're going to the hospital today, and we came here and we'd be like, hey man, mom's got this paperwork says she's got power of attorney, you have to go to jail, or you have to go to the hospital, or you have to go to jail, or whatever it may be, because you have power of attorney. So if he's like, hey mom, I'm going to go over to a friend's house, you could be like, no, I don't think you're going to. And if he tries to get aggressive about it and you call us here, I'd have to be like, hey man, your mom's got power of attorney, which means any decision you think that you can make, you can't. Your mom makes every decision for you. It would be like him being a baby all over again. You make any and every single decision that he would possibly do throughout his day. So you can go to work, you can go to school, those are your options. Or you can be like, you know what, you need to grow up and you need to figure it out. Bye. And then you can talk to a downtown and get him evicted out of your house. But I know you don't want to do that. No parent wants to do that. I wouldn't want to do that to my kids. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So, we need a doctor to say that he is mentally unstable and cannot have any sort of firearm or weaponry. And then we need a judge to sign off on that and basically say that we're going to put on his record, so if he tries to buy a gun down the road without you knowing, they'll run him, and it'll say no. It'll flag, and then he won't be allowed to. And then power of attorney, so that way if there is any sort of mental down the road and you call us, we can be like, no, mom's got power of attorney, she makes the decisions, and we'll have to force him at that point in time. Which, keep in mind, that means if you're like, no, he's got to go to the hospital, and he tries to fight us, we have to put him in cuffs and force him to the hospital. But that's where power of attorney comes with. I've had some families that have power of attorney over their kids, and they were not upset with us because we had to be physical, but they were mad that it had to come to that because
But
they
it's
had to
not
make
your
the
fault,
decision.
it would be their,
The mental state, yeah.
Right.
And so, and that's what I always apologize before we would leave. Like, I'll give you an example. When I had to get into a fight with one girl, we ended up getting her on the ambulance, and she started to kind of calm down. And before we left, I went inside and said, "Hey, I apologize for getting as physical as we had to," but she was throwing punches and fighting and trying to bite officers and things like that. So, but those are things that we'll have to do. But yeah, if you don't want that in your house, you can go pawn it at a pawn shop, take it somewhere, do something. But I mean, did he buy ammo?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, and who knows that wasn't coming next.
Yeah, and they're not even able to vote yet. They've done that.
Yeah, I'd maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attentional cars, District 3, Area 321, Code 1 shooting just occurred in Cherokee, Oregon. Caller witness 2 subject shot a male victim who's laying in the street on Cherokee. Caller refused to give descriptions. EMS is on at 2000.
Is there someone that you know that would be willing to hold on to this for a while until you're able to like go pawn it? Because I know tomorrow's Sunday.
I'm calling a friend that has a license
Okay.
to carry. Well, I'm trying to see if he in St. Louis because he kind of travels a lot.
Okay. Because I know, like, because he's going to try and be like, oh, my mom stole my gun. And I'm going to be like, no, your mom didn't steal your gun. Your mom has rules. It's her house. You want to live in her house, you have to go by her rules. That's why I moved. I moved out at 18, but I also, again, I joined the military.
In service.
Oh, my God.
Yes, sir. 206. Were you in service as well?
So he got the vest from LA Police.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't like walk up to Bass Pro. He didn't, but he also didn't go to the corner store and buy it off of
I wonder, was it the $300 purchase?
Yeah, the rifle would be a $300 purchase. The LA Police one that was like $70. That's going to be the vest. It's not expensive to get these, and you can you can just buy one. Like you could just walk in somewhere and buy one.
When you get a chance, can you call 5504 Jackson?
Not wanting to go. Huh? Not wanting to go. Alright.
He didn't want anything.
Body work down, Aaron Jackson.
So he can talk to somebody if he wants to, but he's like, I don't really need to talk to anybody, so he's refusing pretty much all of our stuff, but we did give him a gold card. He said he bought the gun. He said he don't even have ammo for it. He said he wanted to go to a shooting range. He said he's just getting interested in firearms now, but he said he's not wanting to harm himself or anybody else, but I said, you know, with your past history, your mom is concerned about you. And he's like, well, I understand that, but he's like, I don't even have bullets for it now. He said he's taking up an interest in hunting and wanting to go to a hunter safety course and stuff. I'm like, AR isn't something that you just go hunting because you ain't gonna have nothing left. But
Yeah. Is that something? And think of that. Would that be something that maybe, like on a day off, you'd be willing to like go to a legitimate course with him?
No.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say it like that, but
No.
No longer active for Aaron Jackson.
I don't have to apologize or anything like that. I understand.
And I asked him,
Just
I said,
Miami and
you're
Potomac.
living on, under mom's roof, so if
Mom's
mom
rules.
doesn't want a gun there, you can't have it. I was like, did you
That's
buy it?
clear.
from
I'm going to
a
be
store?
driving
He
by
said,
the Miami one
apparently
shortly.
he went to a gun show and they told him a website to go to. And
Yeah, it's
said
a.
he
She
just got
showed
it
me the.
Wednesday.
Yeah, she showed me the thing. It's a legitimate one. I bought a couple of mine from there.
Yeah,
They
he
do
said
background
it's like
checks
a
on you
private
though.
fire type thing, so I
Yeah.
guess I don't know if you can return through those or anything like that.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can because I bought 2. I bought oh Jesus! I bought a Glock, and then I bought I can't think of it. But it's like really tiny. I can't think of it. No, it's for. It's like a P9. I can't think of what it is. It's real tiny. It's for my wife. She's got tiny hands. But
probably a car.
Maybe. No, it's. I remember P. It's like P9R or something like that. I don't remember it. P9. I don't remember.
Yeah. None of them are mine, except for my old Beretta, my new Beretta. I got a Glock.
Yeah.
And a car.
But
my wife don't shoot guns, but my father-in-law's got shotguns, SKS, 30-06. My brother-in-law's got a 45 over at my house. But then again, I live in the woods, so you go walking out those woods, you need that.
Yeah.
You never know what you're coming across. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it's home defense. Because I mean, not to lie. I mean, you're not in the best area.
But he's like, just a little upset that she found it. I was like, well, you need to talk to people if you're, especially living out there, you need to talk stuff out. He's like, well, I knew she'd say no. I'm like, well,
that means no, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Were you able to get in touch with the friend?
I'm texting them now.
Okay.
He says he don't even have any ammo for you yet, just that Wednesday, so.
Okay. You don't have a safe or anything like that in your house, do you? All right.
But he knows I don't want a gun in the house.
Yeah. And that's I said, I explained that to him. It sounds like they explained that to him.
She's still talking to him about stuff?
I
He's
assume.
refusing everything.
Oh, okay.
Told him if mom doesn't want it in the house, can't have it in the house. I said, get P.O. box, family, relative, you know, that friend or whatever that you trust.
Right.
I said, if you're just wanting to do it for gun range, I said they actually have, you know,
Some
lockers
places
and
have
stuff that
lockers
you
at
can
ranges, yeah.
leave it locked up there, so you get, you know.
Not so much the ones around here, but out in the county, yeah.
All right. Well, we will talk to him and reiterate. And I'm gonna let him know too that the firearm's gonna stay in your possession. That it's your house, your rules. So, okay. And then just try to figure out friend-wise. I mean, he from all he told me and from what it sounds like he told them is that he's just mad because he wants the gun. And since the gun was not where he wanted it for his interest, even though he did go against your rule, it's what agitated him and made him mad. But it sounded like he was just frustrated because he was just been sitting here talking to us the whole time since
we were actually sitting there waiting, knock on the door, waiting for somebody to come answer for the longest time, and then we turned around and he was sitting in the car like, oh shit. Didn't realize he was there.
Yeah. So
he's just been
Attention card, the failure to yield from
Alright.
Richmond Heights, last
So
eastbound on
again, man,
Oakland from
like
a
you're
call
not in
from
trouble or nothing.
eastbound
There's
on
not you didn't do
Oakland,
nothing wrong.
a
Alright.
Richmond Heights officer's vehicle. The blue
The only thing
BMW Charles
that
X-ray
would
1
be considered
call
in the
7
wrong,
Sam.
it's not
Charles
like a
X-ray 1
law
call
in the
7
wrong,
Sam.
it's
They have
it's
terminated
mom
their
law
pursuit at
in the
28.
wrong. Mom doesn't want firearms in the house. If you wanted it, you should have just asked her. I know,
like
I
friend
know.
or nothing.
You don't
Just
got
spent my money, man.
Hold on.
I get it.
Oh yeah, don't be doing all that.
So like if say you find a range where you can practice where they have locks, some of them have lockers where you can lock it up there and then use it when you go there. You can look into that. A buddy's house, I had to do that for a while in the military. There's also P.O. box or storage. Like if you get a storage unit, like one of those itty bitty ones, not like the ones where you can put a whole ass car in it, but like the smaller ones at those places. Look into that because those tiny ones, super cheap to rent out. You just put it all there.
Another
and,
question.
Like, when you want to work on stuff, just go to the storage unit.
The place that you got it from, would you be able to do they have a return policy?
To get like your money back?
I know, but some private sellers still have return policies like on their website.
Look into that too in case. But otherwise, try a storage unit or something. If you have nowhere else you can put it, or if like you can't find a range that'll like store it.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, she doesn't want it in her house. But we can't take it. Can't do that. We can't do that. Because what happens if someone breaks in your car, now your gun's gone and stolen, right?
Yeah.
And now someone's out in the street using your gun that you just bought, and what if you kill somebody? That's not safe. You want it locked up somewhere safe, right?
So I would say return, check into that online, wherever you bought it from, like whether it's Ready Gunner or wherever it is, like look up and just type into their search bar like return policy, or go to the bottom like for this, like the options or whatnot, like contact, and like, hey, is it possible to return this?
Okay, all cars stand
If not, or if you don't want to do that, look into a storage unit. And there's ones that are
and
smaller
224
storage
with
units
Richmond
that are,
Heights,
like workshop
failure
size and
to
not
yield.
so much like my whole house is inside the storage unit size. You know what I'm saying?
Struck a police
So
car.
look into that too. Okay.
What?
So where is that?
I'm not telling you where that's at.
That's
Your
clear.
mom, it's in your mom's
Was it over
possession.
in
It's
the
all right.
Clayton?
I honestly don't know. I was talking to your sister. I have no idea where it's at.
It's not gone.
The blue Beamer last seen on Manchester.
But she just does. She doesn't.
McCausland, eastbound on McCausland. A citizen
It's
that
8.
got going through the area just for.
No, I think public market. Oh, what's today? Saturday?
safety
Maybe
aware.
9 o'clock. Maybe, but don't
That's there, and
hold
it
me
was
to
last
that.
seen with going which direction?
So, like,
Clayton
say
and
if
Tam.
you look
I
at
got
the
you.
things about
Yeah, if it's Saturday, I
Clayton
think
and
it's
Tam, that's
9.
clear.
Find out, you're like, you know what, man, I just want my money back. And you go, hey, mom, I'm gonna return it. I got the box for it. I just need to put it in there, put a stamp on it, and send it back up through UPS or whatever it's gonna be. Or actually, usually you have to take it to a firearms gun shop. Yeah. So you'll do that, and just be like, hey, mom, I'm getting it.
You could do that too. You could take it up to a firearms place.
No,
I worked so hard for that.
No,
I spent
I
my
get it.
hard-earned money on that.
Attention all cars
And I
relative
get
to that
it. I
blast
understand
from Richmond Heights. That
But so-
vehicle
But
was spotted
did you know
per
that mom-
224
did you know
last
that your
seen
mom
Clayton and
didn't
Tam,
want
Clayton and
Yeah,
Tam.
it's
And
not
then,
hers,
license
it's
plate with that blue
mine.
Beamer, Charles X-ray
yeah,
1,
but
call 7 Sam at
You
2011.
still live in her house. See, listen, like
That's another thing.
I
You
moved
get
out
like
at
your own
18.
apartment.
If you want things like that, and you want to have those kinds of things, you have to move out.
And I'm sorry, there was a car requesting
That's why
EMS.
most
There's
kids move out. They don't want to live by parents' rules anymore. That's just
planning on moving out.
224, that was 228.
So say if that
How
happens, you save
soon?
them the money and you move out into an apartment, right? So if maybe mom will hold on to it for this next couple
That's
months.
there.
and get you
224, you're requesting EMS?
My stuff.
I get what. I get
Clear,
where you're
go ahead
coming
with the
from.
request.
Well, why don't you do this?
Why not just get it back?
We
I
can't
feel
do that.
conscious breathing, he has pains in his face, and white
can't do
female
all
conscious
that.
breathing.
But we can't.
She's
But
off
like, so
her
say
medication.
again, like
That's
say
going to have to be a peaceful, calm conversation between you and your mom. And
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to tell you right now.
I don't even want to look at her.
Exactly, and I'm going to tell you
Yeah,
she's
I
not going to. She's going to tell you no. She doesn't want it in the house, and
So,
she's
like-
not going to let you leave it in the car because, like I said, if someone breaks into the cars,
So like say
it's stolen at that point.
say next week you find a storage unit. And you're like, hey mom, here's my storage unit.
That's
I
there.
just
224, you're at
I
36.
want to put that in there.
64 Arsenal.
I just want to put that in there.
Yeah,
And
or
then go from there.
or
Right?
go find a gun store that's close by and say, hey, could you hold this for safekeeping?
Some places will do that.
And then
And if they
they'll
don't
hold
have it
on
when
to
you go
it.
to get it again,
I
that's
didn't even
that's,
know that FFL dealerships could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can. And then
Say,
so
hey,
that
can you
way
hold this
it's
for
not in her possession
safekeeping?
or your possession. It's in a third party possession. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And then so you do that.
You got
and
signed
go get your own
documents.
apartment and be like, hey, I'm here to pick it back up.
Boom, there you go.
Then you take it to your new apartment.
The
See what I'm saying?
problem is
Like
she
that.
don't want it in the house, and we can't leave it in the car. So, for right now, it's going to stay in mom's possession. Because, again, her house, her rules. She'll keep it safe. It's not going to be in the house. She's got a certified person that's going to hold on to it for you.
Now from there, like I said.
And then
so
you can get
you
it
and your
back and
mom
then put
can
it in the
get
storage.
it,
And I'm going to tell
and
her that.
together,
Okay?
go to the gun shop. And be like, hey,
Alright. I know you don't want it in the house. I told him it's not going to go back in the house. If you can get someone to hold on to it that ain't going to just up and get rid of it, just for a couple of days, he's going to take it to the gun store, that's up the street in the county,
29.
and they're gonna hold on to it for safekeeping. Because he told us he's planning on moving out. So if that's his decision, that's his decision. All right. But I wouldn't try to like get rid of it just to keep him.
129, go ahead.
Go down.
Because he's just pissed because he's like, I want it, this mine, I spent my hard-earned money on it.
But you can't have a gun in my house.
And I understand that. I get that. And that's why I told him, I said, listen, mom's house, mom's rules.
And he know he's not supposed to have a firearm in the house.
206.
And that's why I said, for now, it's going to be mom's possession. He's going to give it to a certified friend who will hold on to it for you until you find a place that can store it.
Keep them together, or
and then when you move out of mom's house, and you move in your own place,
Stand
then
by
you
one
can do
moment
whatever you
for it,
want with your money.
Is he moving out next week or something?
No, he said he's planning on moving out by the end of the year. So, I don't know.
That's 2 months.
So, that's what I said. I said, I don't know how you're going to find a place in 2 months, but okay.
And the job that he has, he can't even afford rent.
He'll have to figure that out. But on the other side of everything, if he's going to stay here, and you don't want these things happening down the road,
And 206,
we need to get...
Well, if he's going to be aggressive tonight, then he can't stay here.
I can't force him out.
No, what I'm saying is he needs to call and get himself checked in. Orlando, if you go... I'm going to try to say my distance because...
228. Can you make the
Hey,
call back
Orlando,
in
can you
to
just
local
let your mom
Sean
talk for a
Power
second? Just
outside
hear her out.
If you come in this house tonight
Okay.
and you are aggressive, I'm gonna call whoever because you can't stay here tonight. You're not getting the gun. You know you're not supposed to have firearms in my house. You can't smoke in my house. Then you need to go and find somewhere. Where are you going tonight? Because you're not gonna take no nigga car. You got somewhere to sleep tonight?
I'm going home and
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Bother nobody. I don't want to talk to y'all right now.
Okay, but they're not safe. They're afraid. They're afraid of what's going to happen.
I don't have bullets or anything.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. Your sister and your brother are afraid to be in the house with you because of what you have.
And 228.
You know you don't talk to Thomas. You know you don't talk to Taina.
Per the caller,
very afraid of what'll happen because of the anger issue you and him have, and you're displaying it right now.
That's clear, Cody.
You're angry. No, nigga already said you're not gonna be able to drive her car anymore. So how are you gonna get to work in the morning? Okay, but my whole thing is, how long is this gonna last? Is this gonna last for the night or is this gonna last for the rest of the day? I work overnight. No nigga works nights. You're gonna be in the house with Thomas and Taina by yourself. I'm trying to prevent you from bringing harm to your sister and brother, where you won't wind up in the mental hospital. You wind up in jail. And I'm also looking out for you to make sure you don't do nothing to yourself because you're upset because we intervened and took something from you. You know you're not supposed to have no gun in my house. You can't smoke, drink, have no guns in my house. You're not of age.
Respond for domestic disturbance.
Like they say, you want to move
5407
out?
Louisiana Avenue.
You say you moving out in the end of the
5407
year?
Louisiana Avenue, relative to the caller's ex-boyfriend.
Your job don't support you to rent no
Black
work.
female, Marquise, black male, 6'2",
go and buy
black
no
shirt, black
apartment.
jeans,
You
black,
only
green,
work
and white
less than
tennis
20 hours
shoes,
a week.
and hat refusing to leave.
How?
It's in apartment number 8.
You can't afford to rent, let alone appliances. You can't afford utility bills, not on your income. You don't make enough money to go and get your own place. You don't even have credit. If you was going to get an apartment, they would say you need a co-signer. I'm your co-signer.
It's unknown if the subject is a black female or a black
Whatever
male.
you don't pay for is going to fall on me.
Wearing a black hat, a black shirt, and blue jeans. Information from 328.
Single black woman, barely making it mortgage, can't take her to nobody else's apartment. So where's this other job that you have that you're going to pay for everything? And then you spend this kind of money on a gun?
Stand by.
How is you going to pay your rent? I'm just confused. You need help. And you sit here telling these officers about you going to, you were trying to go to a gun range. Then why would you buy a gun that you know you're not supposed to have in my house? Are you allowed to drink in my house? Are you allowed to do drugs in my house? Are you allowed to smoke in my house? How old are you? So that means legally you're not able to do none of that stuff. He's not understanding me about the owner. You can own a gun, but you can't own a gun in my house. That's my house. You live with me. If I'm as the homeowner saying there's no guns allowed in my house, now I'm going to put a sign up saying no trespassing and no guns. Do I have to put that up?
Don't put that sign up. I know what you're getting at with that, but don't put that sign up because then someone's going to be like, oh, okay.
But you see what I'm saying? You know you're not supposed to have guns. You know you have mental issues. You know you're not supposed to have a gun. So why would you buy a gun to bring in this house?
228, if you could respond for destruction of property and a larceny from a vehicle, there's 2 tickets for this. Oakland and Tam,
Like
Oakland and Tam.
I called off from work
Relative
because I'm
to
concerned about everybody's safety.
They're across from
I can't
the
keep
pub.
calling off from work because
Another
we
call
ain't gonna have nowhere to
from
live.
the parking lot of Turtle Park.
Somebody got to pay the
broken into
bill.
a 2020.
But if you say you got somewhere to go in 2 months, I need to see proof that you got another job, something. Because I'm going to hold you to that now. No, nigga, I was waiting on my friend to call back. If you got somebody that can keep it, because it's not coming back in the house.
You take me out 70.
It's not coming back in the house. I'm sorry. Not with your mental state. It's not coming back in my house. Whether you got bullets or not, it's not coming back in my house.
222 going on 70 with
I'm looking out for your safety, my safety, everybody's safety. It's not coming back in my house. You had no business buying it.
I'm
sorry.
No, you're fine. You're mom. You're allowed to be.
Again.
You're allowed to say what you need to say.
2 months. You say you leaving in 2 months. I'm gonna hold you to that.
So going back to the whole he's over 18, we can't force him to go ordeal. If he's willing to be calm, cool, collective, is he allowed back in the house, or does he have a friend's house that could come pick him up?
He doesn't have any friends like that. He can go back in the house, but like I said, the gun not coming with him.
That's fine. Do you have a friend or anybody that can come pick it up? Because you said your friend couldn't.
Text and he's not responding, and like I said, he's legally to own them, have guns, but I mean he has to carry whatever Missouri carry.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he might be traveling, man.
Right. No, he's heard. I asked him, was he here in St. Louis? He said he was driving.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
5927 Pennsylvania. That tag was issued. Go in.
Are you gonna be cool, calm, and collective, man? Because your mom said you can go back inside if you will be, but we can't be. Like, I understand.
129. I'm actually going to disregard you that from that assignment. It's actually supposed to be an investigative auto staff assignment.
Like that's what I know. That's
not in trouble with us.
Yeah. Like I know that's your money. You want that, but at the same token, and trust me, that's why I moved out at 18. I was tired of living by my parents' rules. The second I graduated high school, I moved out. I joined the military. He joined the military. That's actually how me and him met, and then we both decided to become police officers.
Complaint evaluation.
Yeah. What about military? Look into that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's fun. If you do active duty, don't do reserve though. So I mean, look into that, something like that. But for right now, mom's gonna have a friend. Mom's having a certified gun owner. They're gonna hold on to the gun for you for now, but it's not going back in the house. All right. So are you gonna be calm, cool? Are you gonna be calm, cool, collective? All right. Well, we're working to 3 today, so we'll be here till 3 a.m. So if you need police, we'll come back and we'll sit down and talk with you again. All right. But try to keep it on a peaceful matter. If we're needing police, not like something happened. Okay.
like, chairs
Intentional
and
cars,
stoves
District 2's
flying
receiving
together.
a code
I don't
1
want to come back
shooting.
because of that. I want to
Hampton
come
and
back
Arsenal,
because
Hampton
you're
and
like, hey, I want to talk to
Arsenal,
us
EMS
two
calls for a man
officers
down
in
in a
here.
car, male in a
Can you
red
have
car
them respond
shot.
back to
He is
my
actually
office?
shot.
That's
EMS
all.
is now staging at 2023.
All right, we'll see the call. We'll be working till 3 a.m.
220,
We'll come back if you want to talk.
221,
All right?
212, and
You
201.
can be cool.
You just want to chill and sleep? Do what you gotta do, my man.
Yep. All right. He said he's gonna be cool, calm, collective. I told him that certified friend, so we're just gonna leave it at that. He's gonna hold on to the gun.
221, you have it. 221 and 212 are taken out on it, and 101, should I take you out?
You work tonight?
Yeah. I work tomorrow night.
Okay, and you already called off.
I called out.
Okay. If you do need us, we're here till 3 a.m. Just call us back. I told him that if he wants to talk, to give us a call. We're working till 3 a.m. to just call, say, hey, there was 2 officers that were here earlier, and I would like to talk to them again. And we'll see the call come in, and we'll say, hey, that was us. And we'll come back over just to talk to them. But I also advised him, I said, I don't want to be coming back over here because I heard a chair got thrown or some stupid thing like that. So, and he's like, all right. So he just said he wants to just go downstairs and go to bed.
222,
so,
you're going to be primary now.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, good night, Orlando.
All right. And if you guys need us, just give us a call back.
And like I said, I gave him options, and outside of that, like I said, if he, because it's his hard-earned money or whatever, and he wants to, I said if he wants to rent a little mini storage unit for like $20 a month or something like that, and store the stuff there, feel free. You're allowed to do that.
21, repeat.
Put it in the storage unit.
That's there.
I don't know any near here. I know ones where I live, but not near here. So I gave him some other options besides having it in your house.
212.
Because that's the key there, your house.
212, that's clear. I've arrived.
So outside of that,
if you have a friend or somewhere, if someone we know is not gonna like do nothing crazy with it, I just want to make sure he's not like peeping out a window.
Attention all cars per 221.
Yeah, he told us he hit it in
No
the
one
box.
is shot at this location at Hampton and Arsenal in 2026.
He said he found out where it was at, went and grabbed it and hid it in that box in his room.
He said he did what?
He said that he knew his box was shipped and that he found it and then hid it in a box, thinking that you wouldn't find it again.
And like I was explaining to
You gotta go around trying to hide it too. Like that, you're not supposed. You would have if you are able to have you want.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hide it in the piano box. Nobody would have known that was in there.
He's able to do this because, for one, she's at work most of the time in the daytime. The other sister that was in the car with her boyfriend, she's either at school or work in the daytime. His little brother's at school. I work overnight, so I'm asleep. And like I said, his job doesn't start till like 3 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So he has the whole morning, which is he is the other person like that picks gifts, like not gifts, but if package comes to look like this, like hey Orlando, we got a package coming, we're looking out for it. So he had to time this to where I was asleep because they probably weren't here
221.
and to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat the call now?
So
even with today, he got mad because
Clarence EMS was called for a man down in the car. It's a male in a red vehicle.
He knew it was
He is
coming.
actually
He didn't
shot.
leave the
EMS
house,
is
but
staging.
he left the house because he had to take her to the store early.
and
When he came home, the package was gone. My brother called me. My youngest brother called me, freaking out about. Said he looked it up and it was a gun website. So I looked it up. I'm like, this is a gun website. It is. It's a red flag to me. And then I come home, I open the box up. It's 20 magnums in there. Like what? Why do you have all these things in there? And they said like 20 of these. And then you got a vest in here. I watch the news. And I work with juveniles, like I said. I've seen too much and I heard too much.
I work at the post office. I understand.
But, that gets a whole new meaning to going postal.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, on that note, if there's anything else you guys need tonight, like I said, like he said, we're here till 3, and you can always request that the same officers come back.
All right, thank you.
No
But
problem.
other than that-
Yeah, if he starts getting crazy or wild or something's going on, just call us. We'll try to come
Seems to
back
me
and
like
talk
he's
to
just
him.
going to try and sleep it off, but
Yeah.
like I said, whether that happens or not, I don't know, but hopefully that's how it goes, okay?
It could be a different outcome in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you need us then, again, call us then too.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Yep. You guys have a good rest of your night.
Did you make it in time? Oh, he's on the.
This surveillance footage shows the suspect entering the school and moving through hallways. Portions have been redacted or blurred by law enforcement for privacy and safety reasons.
Attention all cars, District 2, code 1, shots. Correction, code 2 shots fired. 3125 South Kings Highway at Central VA School. States there's an active shooter inside the gym, a black male, all black clothing. Shots fired in progress at 911.
The following bodycam footage shows the police response during the active shooter incident. Officers quickly entered the school and engaged the shooter, ultimately stopping the attack.
Sound like it's on the third floor. Upstairs. Is that what you said? You said third floor. 650 priority. Listen.
Let's move.
Third floor of the rear school building. Third floor of the rear school building is what a witness said outside. We heard the shots fired. We got an AR type right there. Hey, slow down. Let the long gun go. Is this third floor? Third floor. Let the long gun go. Hold this over. Third floor. Hold this over. 307 in the library. Suspect library. You got him? Is he alive still? Stay back. Stay back. Open it. Mike. They're coming. Hold on.
Slot. He's got a long weapon. So watch out. Back up.
Stand by. We're standing outside 309.
Hit it. Hit that motherfucker.
Stand by. Shots being fired. Let the long gun get in there. Let the long gun. Stop. We have multiple officers here. Hey, watch that, dude. Watch that, back up. Shoot the lock, watch out. No. Back up, shotgun the lock. Shoot it. We have a lot of backup, keep everybody down.
Got some muscle on the sword, all open.
Watch out.
2, 3.
Easy. Shots fired.
He's right here.
He's right there.
He got
He's right here. He's right on the door. On the wall. Move.
Easy.
Let the long rifle. Blue, let the long rifle. Let the long rifle.
Reload.
Suspect down.